Last time on the Great Ace Attorney.
What's going on? It's the middle of the night.
It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly, something is afoot inside.
There's no one here.
Oh! Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
Oh, Pat, now it's the middle of the night, and we can share a warm embrace in the comfort of bed without any... Rowley, get your ass down here now!
Don't you dare, Rowley! I'm watching you! Last time you got me in such trouble!
Officer Pete, get your ass down there now! I'll not tell you twice.
You're going to have to change your last name to Beaton if you're not down here right now!
Behind that door, in the storeroom. Hurry.
It's Gina!
Oh, she's been sad.
And this is going to look very bad for her in court, isn't it? Yes, get the bone saw immediately.
Oh,
Get the cranium drill.
Don't worry about sanitizing it. I'm sure it will all be
I'll
fine.
give it a I'll give it a quick lick clean. It'll be fine.
There we are.
Oh,
Okay. My throat.
clean as a whistle.
Your ladyship!
My chaps.
I expect you to take full responsibility for what's happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Yeah, I'm not made of money, little wee lassie. Can they afford that stuff?
Well, maybe if you stop spending all your money on chips, maybe you'll be able to afford something.
The accused?
If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Freaking the wiggle.
The wiggle.
I just...
Did you hear that, Bruno? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers.
Yes, I heard it and witnessed it, and oh no, he's doing it again. Please stop.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where we play the game and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
And just before we jump in, well, you know what to do.
If you like our stuff.
Yeah. That one.
I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now.
That's because I had a really incredible headache because of someone mentioning no names. Sherlock Holmes. Sorry.
It's the mentioning no names, Herlock.
Is every time I tried to write the message down, I was just struck by this migraine of regret. I don't know from where. I expect, though, if he did know what Herlock had done, he'd be, like, in the operating room smothering him with the pillow.
With the pusheen pillow.
With the pushing pillow. An important message.
But no one's gonna
I wonder what
get
it could
that.
be.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Inside joke, I guess.
It's like, well,
okay,
he could invent pusheen.
He could invent pusheen.
And he could make a pillow that's like a pusheen-shaped pillow, and then strangle him,
And
smother him rather,
him with
with
it.
the pusheen pillow.
Yes, I have a very threatening pusheen cushion myself that I
Yes.
threatened to smother Pete with because he was bullying me the other night.
In jest, of course.
Yes, that's obviously not to kill him.
She's
I'm
not a murderer.
husband killer.
She's not a murderer, as you can tell by the fact that I'm still here. Anyway.
Just to give it context.
Important message. Taylor, did you actually say the line before? And
I did.
I'm just like, did I just skip it again?
No, I waited for him to say it before I chimed in with my nonsense.
Are you going to tell me what this important message is, then, Inspector?
Well, it was
No.
it was a message for me, not you.
Not two things. It's important and it's a message.
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no. No.
Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side. Your assistant.
She's the prime suspect in the murder case.
No, because she had to, she got the telegram was for her to go to the Lord Chief Justice's office.
Yeah.
So she's got that
Oh,
to contend
yeah.
with as
Yeah.
well, I think.
She could still somehow be the prime suspect, though, couldn't she?
Or kidnapped. I'm expecting a kidnapping or
kidnapping.
something,
Oh,
or a hostage ransom situation.
Please, no.
Dear
Grexy, is she alright?
No, I'm afraid. To shreds is what I've heard.
No! Grexy, why would you say such horrible things?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nope, not anymore. She's had to head off. Head off? Where?
Okay.
To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that. One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her.
Okay.
But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go meet her there.
Oh, okay. She's not been kidnapped.
That's a very Maya thing to do.
Oh, I seem to have forgotten my wallet, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's the whole like, Nick, we've gone all the way around the city. We've discovered these things called taxis. And they'll drive you anywhere you want to go. But now he's asking for something called a fare? And I said I didn't have any money with me. So can you come over and sort it out for us, Nick, please?
Click. She's got a nerve, using Scottish Yard as a blooming messaging service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. But I'd better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away.
You'd better.
All right, get out of your face. I've got investigating to
A
do.
new
Skedaddle.
location has been added. All right then, let's go to the Lord Chief Justice's office.
Ah, there we go.
And we've got to remember Strongheart's voice. British Supreme Court Lord Chief Justice's office.
Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow.
I continue to wonder how the architecture of this place could even work.
Yeah.
Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you.
Hey, that's just rude.
So, I guess-
Is that going to be Strongheart?
so everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust?
Yes, thank you very much. This is where it's not. Oh, yeah.
No, it makes sense.
There they are, appearing from nowhere. Susato-san and Lord Strongheart.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san!
Oh, blast. He overheard. Oh,
The
birds.
freaking birds. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
What was all that about?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague.
What's all this about? Why were you talking about Miss Susato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Is her father sick or something?
Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial?
You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh, dear. That seems suspicious.
It does seem suspicious.
Miss Susato, what's all this about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan.
Yes, that's not really the heart of the question, though, is it?
Your life can continue here just as... Taylor.
What? Oh, that's not what
It's
I
because
asked.
the dialogues like just continued,
skipped.
and I yeah, without it wasn't me.
Yeah.
What happened? Why are you leaving?
It's my father.
Oh,
He's
Uh,
fallen ill.
I called it.
Yeah.
yeah. Mr. Mikoto.
Oh
Professor Mikatoba.
Mikoto.
If I may,
Yes, sorry.
you must be the defendant. Inosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University.
We received an internal telegram from the
International.
International.
We received an international, not internal. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker but day by day.
Oh shit.
I don't believe it.
As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible.
Yes, absolutely. Whatever will you do in court without your assistant, my
And her
Nippony?
and her little book of tricks.
Friend,
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening.
No, Susato.
So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court?
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No! Not even 24 hours later?
Gina. Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too transpicious case. The pickpocket was
Transpicious or transpicuous?
transpicuous. Yeah, yes, no, I think you're right. Transpicuous case. What the heck does transpicuous mean?
I don't know.
It's like-
What does transpicuous
yeah.
mean?
Or too transparent.
Oh, you think
It's
so?
a very clear case, open and shut. I
Oh,
think.
wow, okay. An all too transpicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery, and she shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time! Ginny would never do something like that!
We're supposed to take the testimony of a little girl. Oh,
I'll
dear.
have you know I could run you under the table, young man.
Mr. Naruhodo,
Who? What? Yes? Yes, Old Strongheart?
in deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend.
Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday?
Yes, somebody has tried to steal an overcoat, and I intend to have it returned.
Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. Hmm. 3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me.
There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart.
I said you must excuse me. Which is...
It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her.
A timely suggestion.
Sorry?
The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair! Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial!
Nope.
Nope.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right.
Why would she do
I think
that?
something along the lines of saying that all adults are schemers and liars and some similar
Some
nonsense.
other rubbish.
A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison.
Ah, yes, we...
Yes, actually, we've just been to visit her. And I recall her mentioning something about refusing representation too, now that you mention it.
This rings
Yes,
a bell.
thank you.
Good. Now I have 2 minutes and 27 seconds, so could you please leave? Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you.
Wait, why am I leaving? This is my office. What a day. Gina charged with murder, Susato-san about to leave.
Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste.
But, Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do?
As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you with in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Miss Susato. That's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can. As a lawyer.
And a friend.
Well, I mean, as far as Gina's concerned, I wouldn't use that kind of strong word.
Friend is such a strong word.
A pesky nuisance.
A thorn in my
Urchin,
side.
filthy,
springs to mind.
ragamuffin.
Wait, hang on. I thought we were describing Ryunosuke's relationship to Gina, not Gina herself.
Nah.
Hello again, Gina.
Gone. There we go.
There it is.
On the cannon.
She takes so long to load it,
know.
and it's like it's got such a wind up that you think that like if anyone was there, they'd just like I don't know, push her over or something while she's messing about.
Yeah. What are you lot here for now?
To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I?
Yep. If only we'd advanced the text.
Look. You can come as many times as you like. I ain't got nothing more to say to you.
Taylor, disgusting.
Disgusting!
And then it's like, right, well, I guess we'd best go somewhere else then.
Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say.
What?
What?
I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell.
Eh? Farewell?
Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again.
Oh. Right.
I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable.
Susie.
Well, that ain't my business.
Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, You can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them.
Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it?
It grieves me gently to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy.
Greatly. It grieves me greatly. You said gently. It grieves me gently.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise.
It's okay. Gentle grievance.
Because of you.
Eh? What? It's my fault?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you.
Eh?
Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh?
You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths.
What about you? What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies.
You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant.
No. I can't.
Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial?
Oh.
The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted. The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about?
Yeah. You're right.
It's like you're psychic or something. You got some sort of little weird yin-yang shaped thing that glows and tells people when you're lying and stuff.
Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe it.
Uh-oh.
Will you tell us about it now?
Oh, there we go. The converse option is here.
Da-da.
Are we ready to hear the lies?
Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand.
And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff.
I knew it.
What sort of thing did you lie about?
I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing. And then
Thud.
Thud.
I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor.
And that's when Mr. McGilded discovered you.
Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by, but when I looked at my hands, I had the cove's blood all over 'em. I was so scared I couldn't even speak.
You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight.
Then Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, and why you were hiding under the seat.
Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all.
Oh, the sinister strings.
What do you mean?
I mean, he threatened me.
Threatened you how?
He made me swear by what I'd seen and what I'd heard. And about what he was going to do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarp her before the coppers showed up.
Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Well, that violates the spirit of a secret, don't you think?
You're dead!
I could come back and hurt you, you
What?
know.
Alright then.
I've got contacts in the spirit world as well.
Oh god, no!
You said McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch-black compartment of the seat the whole time, weren't you?
Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
that's
made rude
true.
jokes about it. It was definitely, yeah, because it was definitely that.
Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the cove hitting the floor. I let out a little scream, see? I couldn't help it. McGilded heard that and dragged me out by my arm. And that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer what had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny.
Oh, this disc again. Even back then.
A disc?
Do you mean...
Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at Windybanks.
So the music box disc was there, on the floor of the omnibus?
Not for long. McGilded spotted it straight away. He picked it up smartish and stuffed it in his inside pocket.
So that disc...
I can't help but wonder how big this disc is. Because they keep sort of, like, I can't get a sense of scale from it. I was imagining it as, like, the size of...
Because there's no banana.
There's no banana. I was imagining it as, like, the size of, like, a record, like a vinyl record. But I wonder if it's not. I wonder if it's more like a compact disc or something size. Because...
I'm thinking like that.
I think
or
it
a
is.
little
I
bit
think it's more
smaller.
compact.
Because, yeah,
disc
being able to,
size.
like, shove it in your inside pocket, you're not going to be able to shove a vinyl record in your inside pocket. You have a big freaking coat.
Well, I mean, maybe in Susato's
Well,
sleeve.
yes. I mean, she can fit all sorts in there.
It's the sleeve of holding.
was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder.
And the bog trotter told me I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one.
But he's dead now, so I'm seeing that he's probably not. He's probably not going to do it now, is he?
Oh, to be sure, I heard every word you said. Now, you're cursed for the rest of your life, and I'm going to follow you around and make sure that bad things always happen to you.
I'm going to give you a gypsy curse.
Because it was so dark under that seat in the cab, I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin.
Presumably, that was McGilded getting on board.
Nah, not only him.
Oh!
Because I could definitely make out footsteps of 2 people.
Gasp!
In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilded and the victim.
Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason.
In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept during the carriage ride.
But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it.
And your own testimony, Gina, supported this.
Spotted his.
His, rather.
Yours.
All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
Money, money, money. Money, 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 money.
Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time in low voices.
What? What were they talking about?
Objection, hearsay, Your Honour.
Sorry, I don't know.
This isn't the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial.
Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud.
But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilded and the victim knew each other.
So McGilded was lying, as I suspected.
The plot thickens.
I knew it weren't going to take long before someone raised the alarm that bloke had been killed.
Yes, you are quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly.
So when the cab came to a stop, MacLeod told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The two coves from up the top ran off to get the coppers.
Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
Right. And after they'd gone, MacLeod had asked the driver to do him a favour.
A favour? Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. With a nearby pawnbroker. God damn it. With a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. I'll give you 10 guineas.
Which is a shocking amount. Shockingly large amount of money.
It's not at all a suspicious amount now, is it? A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street?
Yep, you got it. It was Windybanks. The coachie snapped up the money and ran off to pop his coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. MacLeod had opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there. But not without conditions.
I see.
What were MacLeod's conditions, then? For letting you go free, I mean.
Not telling a soul. Not for anything. About what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well.
There's more?
Yeah. This is the most important thing, he said. Important thing, he said.
I'm after sending the coachman a little errand for me, with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all?
You asked him to go pop your weasel, right?
My goodness! Hi, the fiend's taken me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts.
Just don't elaborate. Oh, no, okay.
And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand?
What? You want me to have the ticket?
That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then. Is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it.
All right then.
And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Windybank so it is, and you're to extend the loan afore the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited, and any old fiend could come along and buy it.
Eh? But I ain't got that kind of brass.
Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now. If you go against me...
Yeah, I'll get it.
Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt.
The coppers?
Aye, they'll come asking you to take the stand in court, to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what it is that you won't?
Yup, lots of dots.
I'm guessing that was the plan, and we're not privy to know. After he'd gone over it, I piked it, got as far away from there as I could. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark.
Fortunately, it didn't rain her out, so it was all right.
The one day in London it wasn't. So MacLeod had planned it and coerced Gina into giving false testimony.
I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom, I told some corkers.
Corkers.
The thing is, he said he wouldn't make it. He wouldn't make it, so he couldn't. Sorry. The thing is, he said he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with.
What a wicked man!
Well now, let's not say any harsh words.
Have you ever heard of speaking ill of the dead? It's not nice. He knew everything, what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. MacLeod would have... In an heartbeat, he would have had the lot of us chased out of there if he wanted. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice.
Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything.
Well, I ain't told you quite everything yet, but that'll come out in court. But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid.
Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favour.
A favour? What?
Let me represent you.
Yeah.
Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial.
Eh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see.
You what?
Haley's having a big operation right now, Ginny.
Is it bad? Is it gonna be alright? Shows it's gonna be alright, right?
Oh, the pain. Oh, my organs.
Oh, the toil. Oh, the suffering. My goodness, will someone not save me? Oh, goodness.
Oh, Hurley, stop whining.
They're like tickling his toes. Oh, goodness. I cannot bear anymore.
Mr. Sholmes, that was only the anesthetic.
Goodness.
That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Although, as I say it out loud... No, I should still do it.
Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy. Is that it?
Something like that. Miss Susato?
Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here.
I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing.
Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely.
Yay.
Awesome.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Winterbanks now.
Yes. And perhaps we can come back and visit Ginny when we're done there.
I wonder if something will happen and, like, Ginny will get, like, pulled in for questioning or something, and so she won't be able to sort of say no, and so it ends up going ahead that we represent her in court anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like we've finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now, it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Winterbanks.
Is that a challenge?
So let's raise some hell.
Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it.
Over my soggy fish and chips!
Over the soggy newspaper that contained my fish and chips.
Oh, Gregson!
Oh, sorry, your ladyship. I'm sorry.
Oh, crimey. Oh, let me get the juice. I'm sorry. Begging your pardon.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Pawnbrokery.
Here we are again at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, because you see, I keep looking at the music box in the back there and thinking, like...
That's, yeah.
So that looks like a vinyl record player sort of size.
Yeah.
They made a whole thing about how each music box is like differently sized, and there's a different version.
No, you're right, of course.
Could be a miniature disc.
yeah, probably like a mini disc player. But yeah.
Now to thrust... Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he
I'm
makes
not
of them.
surprised he didn't sort of say, and now to present these representation plates.
Thrust.
Thrust!
Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
I have got 2 for you, laddie.
What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Rest.
Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers.
Your Ladyship! Whoa! Oh, my chips. I don't believe it! How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you! That is good work, that is.
Maybe I should do your job, Gregsy. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Oh.
It didn't even touch the sides.
Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, yes! I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your Ladyship! Would it be all right if we investigated the scene of the crime, then? Do as you please! You know where it happened, through that door behind the counter.
With the scary doll, yes.
Yes. Yes, the storeroom.
No.
That's where I discovered Mr. Winterbank. And
The low
Gina.
resolution scary
And
dog.
the dog. And the
Super
dog.
And a doggo.
And the doggo picture.
Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it.
But you've only just arrived!
But there are so many... But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working round the clock. Not me, of course.
There's just 2 of you!
I go home and take a nap.
There's literally just 2 of you! You've only just arrived!
You can't... You can't see the ones in the background on account of the fact that we didn't want them drawn.
Don't want to render too many characters. The 3DS wouldn't be able to take it.
Which is a problem, because there is another case the Yard needs to investigate urgently. It appears to be related to the disseminating of private information by a certain landmark inspector.
Yeah, I wondered if it'd be like to do with the bank vault thing.
How do you know about that?
No reason.
Oh, this is...
Shown.
I think you mean Sholmes!
Oh, shoot.
You said the naughty word.
We're gonna get sued by the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate.
Please don't sue us, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate. Please
Yeah.
don't sue us.
We don't have any money, I promise. That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine.
Okay. Come then. Let us not waste any time.
Susato punch. Oh, there they are. All 2 of them.
I like how he looks as though he's just pressed up against. I just love this shelf. I love this shelf, so I just gotta rub my face on it. Oh yes. Oh, I feel that oak. Oh yeah.
We can't investigate the scuffs on the floor.
Huh. Interesting.
What the F?
It looks like ripped up paper.
There's the article ledger here, and Mr. Winterbank's notes, and...
Oh, it's the same picture.
What's this? It looks as though... Oh, yeah. We've done this, yeah. It has left a little photographic print behind.
Oh, look on the back. There's some writing.
Is there? Ooh, show us, Susie, show us!
Yeah.
Oh, and a blood mark. A
bloody
blood
thumbprint.
fingerprint.
15th of February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited, 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th of April, 10:30 p.m.
A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think...
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to MacLeod. I
would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
It seems Mr. Wandybank.
Mr. Wandybank.
Mr. Wandybank. It seems Mr. Windybank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have to hand.
Kitty.
Oh.
Meow. But this photograph of a cat. It looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Where did we see it?
It's the one that Gina gave us.
Oh, yeah.
The one that's in our evidence.
Yeah.
For one small box.
Yeah.
That's why I thought we had done it before.
Yeah.
I guess that's a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same one Ginny gave us earlier.
Of course! I was forgetting that she gave us that print.
Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruto? Get it out. Whoa, Susato!
In here?
Now is not the time,
There's people
young
around
lady.
and a small child.
Well, she's going back to Japan tomorrow. I suppose she's got to settle her craving now.
It's a long 53 days.
Goodness me.
Jesus.
All right, let the cogs turn.
Oh.
Spot
Meow.
the difference.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they are exactly the same.
They're the same picture.
I've got it. Those two photographs hide an amazing secret.
A secret? What does she mean?
You must tell us, Iris, at once.
Do you really, really, really want to know?
Is now really the time to do this?
Yes.
Yes! We need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs, I think to myself.
It's a stereo thingy image, isn't it?
Oh.
well done,
I was looking
Pete.
at them.
Big brain!
I was looking at them and I'm like, they're at a ever so slightly different angle. And then I actually was sat here while you were reading, crossing my eyes, trying to look at it, but I couldn't focus it in time before it went away. So, yeah. So, hang on, wait, oh yeah, pair of photographs.
Yeah.
Stereogram. I actually got some.
So, Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Winterbank's counter and the one Gina gave us before.
The thing I will say, though, is I don't quite understand how it being a stereogram image is going to unlock any secrets, though, I will say.
Well, we'll have to see.
It'll be that when we do the stereogram, it's going to have like a number or something on
Maybe.
there. Probably. It's going to be like the number to a safe deposit
Yeah,
box.
because look at the cat's face. You can see it's a very slightly different angle.
Very slightly, yeah.
And the distance to the
yes.
snowman. So yeah. It's
Oh
just-
yeah, the buttons are a bit more on the right on his, like the coal buttons. There's-
Well, and the face is more clipped off than the other
Okay,
one,
so
too.
now that I'm crossing my eyes, I've now managed to focus on it, and it is indeed. But I can't see. I can't tell. I can't see anything amiss with it. But anyway.
What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these? Well, it won't be, Pete. It won't be until we've done the context-sensitive thing. And then, again, there's literally going to be like the number of a safe deposit
I
box
do want to
or
put it out
something.
there, though, that if you cross your eyes and sort of focus on it, on the center image, when you'll see 3 images, you look at the middle one, because that's how it ends up working, and it is actually 3D. Just so that you know.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it works. It's real.
Nice.
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not?
Have another look at them now.
If only we'd advanced the time. I don't know, I'm just glad I worked it out.
Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle, though.
But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints?
Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't.
This
don't.
pair of photographs
Ta-da!
is meant to be used in a stereoscope.
Yeah.
Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Ah, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before?
Ryunosuke! Wake up!
Use your big boy brain. Oh, yes! That's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday.
Oh, yes, when he was bemoaning the pain of existence over there in that direction.
Oh no, it's Pinocchio.
And his girlfriend.
And the world to see.
You see? There it is, just over there.
Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions.
Oh, is she going to tell you to cross your eyes?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you!
She's just been looking for an excuse to be able to do some science stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank goodness!
She's over the moon, bless
I
her.
can finally impart my knowledge onto someone who's willing to listen to me.
Oh.
Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
Okie dokie then.
Have you ever considered, Runo, how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Well, I just opened them, and it works.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
2 eyes.
Don't
Shocking.
be sarcastic, Runo. It doesn't become you.
Boom! Got it!
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away.
Nope, I can still perceive depth. Iris lied.
What you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye.
Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly.
Exactly! And in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
Ah, I think I see. So, the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right?
Oh, well done, Susie! You're so quick!
Not like Runo here.
So... Wait a minute. So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints.
Yes, Runo, you're beginning to understand.
The stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that.
Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can? Really?
Unless I suppose if you like hold it really close to your face. But I suspect the crossing of the eyes is going to be it.
Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope.
Oh, yes! I'm dying to have a go.
Susato-san really loves this kind
Do you
of
think
thing.
they made a big deal about this with the 3DS? Like, because this game was on 3DS, because it had the depth slider. And
Oh,
do you think they want to kind of be
maybe.
like, oh, look at this.
Maybe.
You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that?
Yes, Sarah and
Cross my eyes?
Taylor, can
think
you
I can.
Can you cross your eyes, Taylor?
I can't. I really
You
can't.
cannot. You can or can't.
Not really.
Oh no, you're not. Sarah's like just looked at me with the cross. It looked very silly. We'll have to teach you how to do it.
Like, try and look at your nose. Like, get both your, like, focus on your nose.
The
That's
thing
kind of
the thing to do is to hold your index finger out in front of you,
Oh, yeah.
directly in front of you, and focus on it, and then bring it closer towards your face until it's almost at your nose.
Yeah.
And then that way, if you can watch it with track it with both eyes, you've crossed your eyes at that point.
How How to cross your eyes by disillusioned players.
Yeah, and then once you've done that, if you sort of try and do it without the finger, try and do it at will. Like if you sort of look at the image that you'll see on the screen with the cats, you sort of adjust your focus until you see 3 images, and the third one it's between the 2 of them, and that will be the 2 images combined into one. And then the trick is to just try and focus on it, because it'll be really blurry and out of focus. So then you've got to try and sort of hold it in place and focus. It's not easy when you're not used to doing it. But yeah, it's cool.
Let us know down in the comments if you can cross your eyes.
yeah, why not? Did this help you? Did we manage to teach you to cross your eyes?
Should we venture out into tutorials?
So here we are. So Taylor, watch Iris and see if you can copy.
Watch me and see if you can copy.
Whoop.
Oh god, that's freaky.
Oh no!
Make your eyes do this.
All right, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
I hope they both go to one side.
No!
Derpy faces.
There! How's that?
I think we found the thumbnail, guys.
Yes. Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Runo.
Oh, I really hope the whole image goes weird,
Yeah.
because that would show that he's doing it.
The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Not exactly an easy task when 2 people are staring at you cross-eyed.
It's just a very strange scene.
All right, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints.
Let's try it, looking at the prints.
Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see 2 overlapping images like this. You try it now, Runo.
I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose.
Yeah, they need to have both images on screen for it to even work.
Did the print split into 2 images for you?
Oh, okay, that's what she's saying. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she's just saying to sort of split it into 2 in the first place.
Now, the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until
Ta-da!
they form a new single image in the centre.
Oh, yes!
I didn't realise that Iris is going to explain it in quite so much detail. So it's
didn't
a
advance the
double
text, guys.
tutorial.
Mr. Naruhodo, it works! You can see in the middle now! It looks so real! Oh, I could look at it all day! I look a bit silly, though.
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt or get stuck that way.
Your turn, Runo. Pretend you're looking through the 2 pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the 2 images overlap exactly in the middle.
Like this, is it?
See, I still don't actually see what they're trying to point out. Like, I can't see if there's anything sort of out of the ordinary on it, though. I really can't.
Let us know if you could see it.
Yeah.
There! You managed it! So now you know how stereoscopic images work.
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo?
I think I can't cross my eyes.
Oh, no.
Oh.
They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky.
Oh, I recognize that.
Yes, so do we. It took us hours to find it.
We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here.
Hot.
Click. Then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back and...
Are we going to see it in
Or are we now going to
actual
see it?
3D?
It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
I wonder if that previous slide was when you would have seen it in 3D on the 3DS.
Probably.
Through the stereoscope machine.
Maybe.
Probably. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so anyway.
The stereoscopic pictures. I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them. But I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need.
But is it knowledge that you'll ever actually need?
No! We spent the entire episode talking about going cross-eyed.
You are so cruel to end it like this. But unfortunately, yes, we must stop for now.
Yes.
So if you do like our silly shenanigans and getting cross-eyed with us, why don't you do a like, a comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell.
Yeah.
You can drop a comment down below and let us know what you think. Did you manage to see the image? Can you go cross-eyed? Who knows? Just let us know. We'll try and reply to comments. We do like to receive them.
Yes.
But until next time,
See ya.
goodbye for now.
And do be careful if you choose to watch any stereoscopic images, because your eyes might get stuck like that and you'll go around looking very silly.